Hi, I'm Sage. Welcome back to the Addictive Wellness Channel. Today, we're going to be making Chaga tea. I'm going to show you how to do it. This is one of my favorite herbs in the entire world, and it's so easy, so inexpensive to make, and just one of the most incredible things you can ever put into your body. Definitely something I would highly recommend you experience and judge for yourself to see how good it is. So, we've got all our essentials here, and we're going to also be going in a bit to the benefits of chaga mushroom and what makes this thing so incredible. So you can take a look at this here. And this chaga mushroom is something that grows on primarily birch trees. It grows in the northern regions of the world in the colder climates. You have it in places like Canada, the northern areas of the United States, especially up in places like Maine, for example. Then you have it in Siberia, some places in Europe, in Korea. So it's growing all over the place in the northern regions of the world. And it is just a powerful, powerful substance. So when we deal with medicinal mushrooms like this, they're often found growing on trees, unlike regular nutritional mushrooms, which are growing out of the ground that you might use in cooking. But these are seriously medicinal. So with this chaga mushroom, we end up breaking it into smaller chunks as we have in here. And we're going to take this pot full of water, or about 2/3 full with water, and it's going to get about a handful of these chaga chunks. Now, with mushrooms like this, if I just try to take a bite out of this and eat it, it's like trying to eat a piece of wood. I could chew it up and probably kind of digest it or eat it, but I'm not going to get anything out of it. It has cell walls made up of chitin, which is one of the hardest substances in all of nature, and you're not able to break through it just with your chewing or with your digestive enzymes. So we need to extract this. So there's many ways that you might be able to consume chaga. You can get it in capsules, for example, and that would be a powdered extract, or you could buy the powdered extract in powder form, going one step back, or you could get it as a tincture, or you could buy actual chunks of the raw chaga mushroom. But if you're getting it like that, you have to do some things to it in order to be able to consume it. So you could extract it in alcohol and go in the direction of making a tincture of your own, or you could just do it a little simpler and do it as a tea, as we're having here. So we're going to do it as a tea, and that's going to get out primarily the immune active components. Some of the more adaptogenic compounds in the chaga, you would have to extract into alcohol to really get them. But we're going to go for the immunological side of things here today, because chaga has compounds in it called beta-glucans. These are a form of polysaccharide. It's a long chain sugar. And what happens is these come into your body and they basically get chopped up into smaller pieces by your white blood cells, and they attach to your white blood cells. And in essence, what they're doing is teaching your white blood cells how to do their job better. It's like, you can think of it basically as an operating system upgrade for your immune system. It's really taking things to the next level, giving your immune system a whole new set of tools to work with. It's amazing stuff. And we're going to just put this, we're going to put this, let's try that again. So we're going to put this chaga in our water here, and what we're going to be doing is simmering this for about 3 hours, and that is going to really break down those cell walls and allow these polysaccharides and all that immunological weaponry that's going to come into your body to be released into the water. It's going to really break things down. Now, if you wanted to take it even to the next level and really make this some serious strong stuff, you can simmer it for 3 hours, then freeze it overnight, and then simmer it for another 3 hours the next day. Basically, that is really helping to bust open the cell walls as the water freezes and expands, and then you're just getting the maximum out of this chaga. And so if we're going to be doing it, why not do it like that? If you're short on time, just do the 3-hour method. But if you really want to make some serious, powerful medicine here, you're going to simmer it, freeze it, and simmer it again, 3 hours on either side, and freezing it overnight. So there's some other really interesting compounds that you get with chaga. For example, betulin and betulinic acid. That's primarily in this black section that you see on the outside. On the inner portion, it's more of a light brown, but this dark section is that betulin and betulinic acid. And this is, the research is showing more and more, one of the strongest anti-cancer compounds out there. And it is just such a powerful compound to incorporate into your herbal strategy. There's also some other really interesting research going on with chaga. For example, it's been shown in animal studies to increase energy and endurance, and it's a supreme antioxidant. It's really high in SOD, superoxide dismutase, which is one of the most powerful antioxidants out there. So we've got this in our water now, and we're just going to take this and go boil it and have it simmering for a few hours. Now, after you've made this one time and you've strained out the chunks and you've enjoyed the chaga tea, don't throw the chunks away because they can still be used. You can get 3, 4, 5, sometimes even more batches of tea out of the same chaga chunk. So you can see how for a small investment in a little bit of chaga, you're going to make yourself a lot of chaga tea here. So the way you know that you shouldn't be using the same chunks anymore is when the water doesn't change color. If you're just boiling it and just simmers along and the water is still really clear, then you know it's time to let those chunks go and make yourself some new ones. But you should be able to get several rounds of really strong, rich, dark brown chaga tea that's just going to be such great super herb medicine for your body. So now, as this is going to be extracting slowly on the stove as it simmers away, we're going to fast forward in the time machine and show you what we're going to do once it's done cooking. Now I've separated some out into a smaller pot, and you'll see in a second, this has such an incredible dark color, a lot of which comes from the betulin and betulinic acid. These are compounds contained in the outer, darker part of the chaga mushroom. You can see the inner portion is more of a light brown, but the darker part with the betulin is on the outside. And there's a lot of really interesting research going on with betulin and betulinic acid for cholesterol and its ability to help get rid of LDL, low density lipoproteins, the bad cholesterol that we don't want to have in our body. So just another really fascinating compound of chaga, which is going to be working in your body in so many ways. And now for the final touch. This is my little secret here that just takes the flavor and experience of this drink to the next level. We're going to add just a couple drops of vanilla stevia. Chaga actually contains vanillic acid on its own. So it's almost like it's primed and ready for that component of its flavor to be expanded. So you just put a few drops of vanilla stevia in here, and whether you're having this as a hot drink or whether you've let it cool and you're having it as an iced drink the next day, it's amazing. And this flavor, you have to experience. I'm going to taste it now and kind of try to express to you how good it is, but you got to try it for yourself as well. It's so warm, so rich, so full and satisfying. And this is a drink where at the times when I've really been on it and been pounding the chaga tea and having tons of it really strong, is some of the times in my life actually where I have felt the most robust health and vitality and just felt immunologically untouchable. It's really amazing in that way. And it's not just something I've felt internally, but I've actually been able to see it on my skin. When I've had some of the clearest and best and healthiest looking skin is at the times when I've been really going to town with the chaga. So this is something you can feel on the inside, you can see on the outside, and I can't wait for you guys to try it and let us know what your experience is like. So thank you so much for joining us. I really hope you've enjoyed this. If you could share it and with your friends, and so everyone can learn about the amazing wonders of chaga and experience it for themselves, I would be totally honored and really grateful. Thanks so much for joining us, and hope to see you again soon. Wishing you all health and happiness.